Hello everybody. Back with some more Arizona desert nodules. These again are just from outside of Phoenix, healed by mountain range area. So let's go through these real quick before we cut them. So this first one got some pretty good color, some banding showing. It is weathered pretty good. All right, just kind of want to see if the pattern holds in that. Okay, another really weathered nodule on this end. You can see some really cool banding, and then got these weird orbs in there. I'm hoping that this is stable when I cut it, and that shows some really neat pattern. So maybe cut it just across here underneath of all of this. I'm afraid if I try cutting in all of that, it'll just come apart and break. All right, well, we'll see once we get it out on the saw. All right. Next up, I got this nodule. It appears to be peeling a little bit. I don't know, I'm thinking this one's gonna be quartz. I can see some quartz poking through here. Probably quartz. This one looks promising. There's no windows, but a little bit of a window there. Let's see. Oh, I do see a fracture actually. But that could be healed, I don't know. So I'm gonna cut on this side of that fracture, hopefully. Kind of a double nodule here. Again, it looks promising. No windows. Does have a fracture or two. Don't know how deep the fractures go. All right. I'm thinking quartz. I do see a little bit of quartz sticking out there. Although that looks like agate. Could be quartz, can't tell. All right, only one way to find out. Got it. Okay. Little guy, but looks promising. Literally, I don't see any fractures. I don't see any windows, nothing. All right, kind of a flat, weird bottom. No real windows. Could be good. Another flat bottom. Don't see any windows. Okay, see a little bit of a window here. Can't tell if that's agate. Looks like banded agate. But it could just be skin deep. That looks like quartz. Poking through there. I'm gonna guess quartz. All right, and again, another flat bottom one. See a little bit of agate on that top bump, but no windows, can't tell. Could be good. All right, got a lot of these tonight that just have no windows. Looks promising. It's got a little bit of a window. It looks like quartz. You can tell at one point that bubble cracked and shifted and then reset. Question is, did it do that before or after it filled in? All right, we'll find out. Last up here. Can't really tell. No windows. All right, a lot of mystery agates tonight. Let's get these on the saw, cut them open, and see what we have. Be right back. All right, let's see if we had anything good in this bunch of rocks. Let's start with this guy. So, all right, well, quartz, and it had a fracture. It popped and broke on the fracture, but there was some banding on one side. It was pretty good looking. So I'll probably just throw that in the tumbler. All right. Here's that little guy that I thought was promising. And unfortunately, he wasn't promising. Pretty clean quartz though, so probably throw that in the tumbler. Alright. And another quartz. A little bit of banding on the top, bottom, on that outside edge. Pretty clean on the quartz. Throw that in the tumbler. Alright, got that kind of a double nodule. Didn't quite cut in the way I wanted. I was hoping to cut down that way, kind of went off to the side. Oh, it turned out to be a geode. It does have some banding on one end. It's pretty cool looking. Might face polish that side, throw this one in the tumbler. Does have a fracture right here. All right. All right. Getting a little better on the banding around the outside. Got some clean quartz on the inside. This might look nice face polished. If not, we'll throw it in the tumbler. It's pretty good looking though. I think that one looked nice polished. All right, got this kind of a wedge, like orange wedge shape looking thing. All right, well, turned out to be mostly quartz, but there's banding all the way around it and the quartz is clean. That'll look nice polished. Okay. Tried cutting this one in half down the middle. It's a little skewed. All right, kind of a moss with some agate at the top. Pitted in the moss on that side. A little more solid over here. A little pitted though. Banding is cool looking. That's really neat. All right, probably throw that in the tumbler. Okay, next up, had that nodule that looked mostly translucent, kind of a blue-gray. Again, this had a fracture in it somewhere. Okay, I cut right next to the fracture. You can see it right through here on this side, just underneath the surface. Gives it kind of a cool look though. I like this side better obviously, but that's still kind of neat looking. Might be worth face polishing or throwing in the tumbler. This side, that's pretty cool looking. I might want to get a slab off of that to do a cabochon. That's full pattern, very translucent, no fractures. Well, if I don't, I'll at least face polish that. Cool. All right. Next up. So this one had some hard times with the saw pushing it through. It popped a little and then ended up making a real wavy cut. I can clean that up. Looks like banded agate, some moss with a quartz center. I don't know. I just throw that one in the tumbler. Alright, next up we had that weird shaped nodule. Okay, that's different. First glance doesn't look like much, but if you zoom in on this, it's got neat little tubes, some banded agate patterns all over the place. I definitely want to face polish this and do a macro shot on it. Both sides actually. That's super cool actually. Very neat. Wish that one was a little bigger. Very cool. Okay. Again, kind of a wavy cut on this. And it popped. A little bit of quartz in the center around a floater. And banded agate around the edge. Very translucent. It'll definitely look nice face polished. Very cool. A little bit of color in that, maybe some lavender. Alright, definitely worth a face polish on that little guy. Alright, 2 left. Okay, so this one was kind of peeling and saw that and was like, yeah, that's just gonna be quartz. And mostly it was. That quartz with a agate floater. Very neat. Quartz isn't that bad. It's got a little yellowing on it. Definitely worth a face polish. It's a cool pattern. That looked like a nice specimen. And this side's a little nicer. So cool. All right. See, that's why you gotta cut them. Even though you see indicators that it's probably not good, there's something hiding in there. Glad I cut it. All right, then we have this guy. Definitely weathered, definitely looking very unstable. So I cut it and it popped right at the end here. But other than that, it had a pretty clean cut. Stay together. And boom. A bit of a wavy cut. I'll clean that up. This is definitely gonna have to be a face polish. That is different. Very cool. No pitting, very solid. Nice. I think this side's a little nicer. Huh. Odd. Never would have guessed that. Very cool. All right, well, that is the last one in this group of rocks. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.